welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah Pavan.
And I'm Adam.
And today we're watching Demon Slayer Season 2, Episode 15, or Entertainment District Arc, Episode 8, called Gathering. The last two episodes have dealt us almost more than we can handle.
And a big question mark as to how his pants are staying on.
That pelvic bone holding up those pants. As somebody reminded me, Junko jeans. Do you remember those? Because you made the comment.
Yes.
That was so perfect, and I know exactly what those are.
I'm curious to see how he fights in those.
I'm sure they'll just be fine.
That's his blood art.
His blood sickle. Did not see that coming. Daki just completely transformed herself into the little sister, asking Big Brother for help.
Like that.
I mean, now the fact that they defeated Seven Hashira is less shocking to me, because there's two of them.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm curious to see how they fight together. I'm curious to see if our boys work together. I'm curious to see if the wives help. I'm curious to know if your twin theory is accurate. I'm excited for this episode. I was thrown for a loop last episode. I don't know if it's going to happen again this episode, but I want to see where we go from here.
Yeah, like how many more surprises can we handle here? Because I'm like, I've been at my limit.
It's like playing sports. You get to your limit and then you go a little further
then
and you just figure it out.
Limit. I feel like that might be the case here because two upper moon demons in one, like that's got to be something completely unheard of.
Yeah.
I'm excited though. We're gonna get to see Uzui at his best, I think.
I do want a little check-in here because I made some bold statements about Uzui at the beginning of the series. So, again, thinking about it, I still don't like him as much as Rengoku, and I don't know if that is a common opinion or if, because Uzui got a lot of love when we started talking about it. So, but he has grown on me. What I do like is he's got a little technology on his side. He's got some exploding.
Oh, those little bead ball things.
Yeah, he's got his own, and it makes sense, a little flair to how he fights, and I thought that was interesting, and I'm curious to see him fight with his attached weapons, like for real. I want to see some moves, but they're not.
The nunchuck swords. I have avoided saying that word. Oh my gosh, it came out. I have avoided saying that word since probably episode like 1. Because I got just destroyed, and I have been saying
rightly so
any other synonym since. I did not measure myself that time.
We'll see what happens.
Okay, I'm excited, but I'm also nervous and slightly scared.
And you should be embarrassed about saying swords.
This is like Adam's only time that he's savoring this. Do you see this face? He's like, I've been waiting. All right, fair. Here we go. Demon Slayer Season 2, Episode 15 is coming right now.
I wonder if the one horn represents a unicorn. Like a demon unicorn.
We need to unpack that later. What?
ゆっくりとお休み。
Was that a rope in her mouth?
まだやれる。まだ動ける。今度は戦い抜く。最後まで。気に食わねえな。いい面で女房3人いて、それで格好までつけてやがる。お前違うな。
He's like, I'm
今ま
blessed.
で殺した柱たちと違う。お前は生まれた時から特別なやつだったんだろうな。選ばれた才能だな。妬ましいな。一刻も早く死んでもらいてえな。才能？俺に才能なんても
It's
ん
like,
があ
I
るよう
worked
に見える
hard
か。
for this.
俺程度でそう見えるなら、てめえの人生幸せだな。何百年生きてようがこんなところに閉じこもってりゃ、世間知らずのままでも仕方ねえのか。お前に何がわかる？わかんだよ。知らねえだろ。この国はな、広いんだぜ。すげえ奴らがうようよしてる。得体の知れねえ奴もいる。刀を握って二突きで柱になるような奴もいる。俺が選ばれてる。ふざけんじゃねえ。俺の手のひらから今までどれだけの命がこぼれたと思ってんだ。そう、俺は煉獄のようにはできねえ。だったらどう説明する？俺の血釜は猛毒があるのに、いつまで経ってもお前は死なねえじゃねえか。おいなあ。俺は
I don't like that he's always scratching his skin off.
耐性つけてるから毒は効かねえ。
忍びなんて江戸の頃には耐えてるでしょ。嘘つくんじゃないわよ。
嘘じゃねえよ。忍びは存在する。兄弟は9人いた。15になるまでで7人
Wow,
死んだ。
that's graphic.
一族が衰退していく焦りから、親父は取りつかれたように厳しい訓練を俺たちに強いた。生き残ったのは俺と2つ下の弟のみ。そして弟は親父の副者だ。親父と同じ考え、同じ言動。部下は駒。妻は跡継ぎを産むためなら死んでもいい。本人の意志は尊重しない。ひたすら無機質。俺はあんな人間になりたくない。辛い。
I love a backstory.
Oh my gosh. 9, what did he say? 9 brothers and sisters, and 7 of them, or he was one of 9, and 7 were dead by the time he was 15.
Yeah.
That is tough.
I thought it was interesting, you know, he said, the demon said he was chosen, and that's what he focused on in terms of not what outraged him, but what was like, how dare you tell me that, like, I've worked, he's clearly stating he's worked hard to kind of get where he is right now.
Uzui.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like that kind of self-awareness of, you know, this is hard work. I've chosen to do this, and I consciously don't want to be like where I've come from. I don't like that lifestyle, and I'm going to live my life my own way. That's points in my book.
And it just highlights something that you see in everyday life, and it's so easy to see the people who project confidence and success and whatever as having it all, but like everybody has a story.
Yeah.
And like oftentimes the ones who seem the most glamorous have like fought the hardest.
Yeah. Well, and that scene, I go back to thinking about that scene with his wives where they're ninjas, and he says, I want you to, I'm paraphrasing, I'm going to get it wrong, but value yourself and make your decision and live your life. You're not expendable. And now it's interesting to go back and see how his father acted, how his brother acted, and how, you know, sometimes you have people in your family who just look at the way you do things and go, that's not for me, I'm gonna go my own way. And usually at a hard 180. But I love getting to know the characters.
はいね、天元。君の選んだ道は自分を形成する幼少期に植え込まれた価値観を否定しながら戦いの場に身を置き続けるのは苦しいことだ。さまざまな矛盾や葛藤を抱えながら君たちはそれでも前を向き戦ってくれるんだね。人の命を守るために。ありがとう。君は素晴らしい子だ。
Think he's a sun breather?
俺の方こそ感謝したい。
The master?
親方様、あなたには命はかけて当然、すべてのことはできて当然。矛盾や葛藤を抱える者は愚かな弱者。ずっとそんな環境でしたから。何を笑ってやがる。やっぱり毒効いてるじゃねえか、じわじわと。効かねえなんて虚勢張ってみっともねえな。いや、全然効いてないね。踊ってやろうか。絶好調で天丼100杯食えな。派手にな。
Oh wow.
Separation.
俺の妹を剣じゃねえよな。特殊な火薬玉だな。鬼の体を傷つける威力。斬撃のわずかな摩擦で外る。気づかねえで切っちまって食らったな。すぐ攻撃するな、あいつは。頭身が伸び刃先を持ってやがる。どういう握力してやがる。
Oh, that's so cool.
Just a little taste of what's to come.
That's exactly what I wanted to see. She's having a rough day.
絶対許さない。悔しい。なんで私ばっかり切られるの？
お前、もしかして気づいてるね。何に？気づいたところで意味ねえけどな。お前はだんだんと死んでいくだろうしね。こうしてる今も俺たちはじわじわ勝ってるんだよな。
Oh my gosh, this could be a Halloween.
それはどうかな。俺を忘れちゃいけねえぜ。この伊之助様とはその手下がいるんだぜ。
This is his best state. That's his best face.
なんだこいつら。
They suck my kid again? Four on two, baby, get ready.
Let's see it. Giddy up.
Holy mackerel. Smart, get out of there.
Mass evacuation for the demon fight.
There's the wives.
Temera, 派手な登場じゃねえか。気に入ったぜ。
So, a lot. There's so much to talk about. First of all, the little taster of seeing the master with like just minimal scarring. So it makes you wonder, okay, like what happened there? Uzui's backstory, but also the recognition the master gave him, I thought was outstanding.
True master. A great understanding of people.
Yes.
I said that jokingly, but it was a serious compliment.
Yeah. I liked that backstory to get to understand like that it's hard to go against your family and what you know and the values that you were like brought up with. Dang.
Yeah. Well, I find it interesting that so he found people to surround himself with who maybe felt the same way, but he still chose a hard path. Like they're heading in the same direction in terms of what their end goal is. So that North Star stayed the same, and just how they're going about getting there is different, and it's true to him. And that's all you can do.
The mannerisms of Gyutaro, I think that's his name.
Well done.
If not, you know who I mean. His mannerisms are so creepy but perfect. Like whoever did this.
I was just thinking that. I want to see that voice actor in person.
It's the same voice actor as Akashi from Haikyuu. They were telling me.
Interesting.
You don't know who Akashi is.
No. Thought I was gonna be able to hide that one.
Adam, I know you too well. Bokuto's setter.
Oh, okay.
Do you know now?
Now I know who you're talking about.
Pretty sure you picked him for a couple all-star team or draft teams, so they're the same.
That's incredible to
The
me.
voice actor is doing a great job. The fact that he's like literally scratching his skin off all the time just makes me want to gag.
So, okay, I just want to go back to that. I picture the voice actor for this demon looking like L.
Yeah, that's a good guess. Yeah.
Like these are the things that connect in my brain.
L is like the real life rendition of Gyutaro.
The voice actor is going to come out.
Bringing all the anime together that are happening simultaneously here.
Sorry, I went off on a tangent.
Do you think the poison is affecting him and he's just like bluffing, or do you think he's actually immune?
I think he's actually immune.
I'm worried about it actually.
I think about what I watched from Naruto and like how they trained, and I don't know if that's the right comparison, but it's the same word. So I think that he actually had that training.
I hope you're right. I'm feeling a lot better now that the whole gang is there, because
let's see some team dynamics, some team action here.
Yeah.
何人来たところで幸せな未来なんて待ってねえからな。
Is he still trying to recover from his sun breathing?
そうやって
Oh my gosh,
人を
this...
キラキラさすなよな。鬼が二人になってる。どういうこ
Yes,
とだ。
there are.
You missed a bit.
帯鬼も死んでいない。どっちも上限の6なのか。分裂している。だとしたら本体は間違いなくこっちの男だ。匂いが違う。匂いの重みが喉の奥が麻痺するようだ。
Oh, that's a good visual, like a good.
手が震える。疲労からだろうか。それとも恐れ。いや、それでも俺たちは
To be able to realize you're afraid in that situation is impressive. He's already beheaded you twice.
毒。余裕で勝つわボケザコが。毒回ってるくらいの足かせやってトントンなんだよ。
Maybe not.
強がってんじゃないわよ。
うるせえ。人間様をなめんじゃねえ。こいつらは3人とも優秀な俺の継ぐ子だ。逃げねえ根性がある。 まあな手足がちぎ
You
れて
know,
も
Kay
食らい
loves
つ
him,
せ
I think.
そしててめえらの倒し方はすでに俺が完歩した同時に首を切ることだ二人同時になそうだろ そうじゃなけりゃそれぞれに能力を分散させて弱い妹を取り込まねえ理由がねえはっはちょろいぜお前らなるほどな簡単だぜ俺たちが勝ったも同然だな
その簡単なことができねえで鬼狩りたちは死んでったからな柱もな俺が15で妹が
Wait.
食ってるからね
そうよ夜が明けるまで生きてたやつはいないわ長い夜はいつも私たちを味方するからどいつも
Alright,
こ
we're
いつ
gonna
も
see Zenitsu be dead.
It's like, don't ever call me ugly again.
デイタミミズ女は俺とネボケベルに任せろお前らそのカマキリを倒せ
That's exactly what he looks like.
妹はやらせねえ
Oh. bleh.
お前あの時
俺は君に言いたいことがある
What's it gonna be? I can't wait.
耳を引っ張って怪我をさせた子に謝れ
は
Oh.
たとえ君が稼いだ金で衣食住を与えていたのだとしてもあの子たちは君の所有物じゃない何をしても許されるわけじゃない
Oh.
つまらない説教を垂れるんじゃないわよお前みたいなブサイクが私と対等に口を聞けると思ってるのこの町じゃ女は商品なのよ物と同じ売ったり買ったり壊されたり持ち主が好きにしていいのよブサイクは飯を食う資格ないわ何もできないやつ
No, in the city.
人間扱いしない
自分がされて嫌だったことは人にしちゃいけない
違うなそれは人にされて嫌だったこと苦しかったこと人にやって返して取り立てる自分が不幸だった分は幸せなやつから取り立てねえと取り返せねえそれが俺たちの生き方だからな
Makes a lot of sense why he was so quick to point out that Uzui was so blessed and has everything.
Yep. Yep.
Zenitsu had a rough start with us too.
I mean, he was just so annoying.
He has his moments, but like his heart is so pure.
He dreams beautiful dreams. He's annoying when he's awake.
Like he's really sweet.
Yeah, he had a rough go in training. Like, during his childhood, it seems like.
Are we gonna get their backstory? Because I feel like they're just teeing it up for us.
Yeah. But look at, you can even see the third eye coming. They're linked in some new
linked.
way now. I'm curious to see if Zenitsu and Inosuke can actually hold their own. I feel like she's the weaker of the two, but we haven't really seen them let loose or their training pay off in any way. So I want to see, this might be, I'm more curious to see this.
I think Zenitsu and Inosuke could for sure together take her down. No problem. I think that even as the pair, the Gyutaro is way stronger.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you. I don't really have a feel for how skilled they are because we haven't really seen them fight.
And here I was being like 7 Hashira. That's so many. No wonder they killed so many.
22?
22! 22 Hashira.
And he is poisoned.
Pardon?
He said, I'm at my best when I'm boxed in by poison.
Oh. I was probably just doing some like, I was probably just stunned at the number of Hashira they had killed.
Maybe.
I thought between the two of them, but I was like, yeah, that's for sure why they've killed 7 Hashira, because they're a tandem. And now I'm like, this is crazy.
They've been decimating the Hashira population.
Yes.
For centuries.
Oh. Oh wow. So his one eye is closed now and belongs to her. He literally does 2/3 of the work. He'll probably hold his own. Oh. Wait!
Ooh. Did he do that on his own, or did Uzui throw him?
Oh dang. I take back what I said about them handling her. And if he's splitting his power, think of how, no wonder he's killed 15.
Yeah.
She grew those belts back, no problem. No.
The upper 6 are so fast.
No, watch out! Oh.
Breathe.
Oh, you're not talking.
No.
So sun breathing is good for offense, water breathing for defense?
And flow.
Oh yeah, let's see it. Oh. Like, lose the box, it's extra weight. Oh no.
なんとか回復の呼吸を。
Oh, that's the wife that nobody's seen yet. Oh, dang.
Wow.
Yeah, baby.
記憶の鬼狩りも3匹いるしな。まあ当たったところでこんなもの。
There's gonna be some secret about them.
そんな無意味な攻撃今するか。
Holy! What?
惨劇で天外を作ってる。
おいおいおい。
The opening.
なんだこいつは突っ込んでくるぞ。刺さってんじゃねえか。てめえにも来ないが。そうか、忍びだ。剣士じゃない。もともとこいつは感覚がまともじゃねえ。足が再生しない。やはり何か塗られていた。このくらい。おそらく藤の花から抽出されたもの。体がしびれ。
Do it!
Get him.
やるじゃねえかよ。短時間で統制が取れ始めた。面白いな。
お願い。
Of course. Of course. That was intense.
I just had to let that out because I actually think I held my breath for most of that.
They were getting in better sync.
I need recovery breathing. Yes. She
Teamwork.
showed up at the perfect time. The perfect time.
I love that they're incorporating little, this is gonna sound silly, ninja secrets or like ninja techniques into the Hashira fighting.
That looked like Naruto's signature weapon.
Yeah. Ooh, so fun.
I'm not okay. Okay.
You look like you've been playing a match in Japan in 40-degree heat.
Whoa. Immediately, he just knew he couldn't regenerate.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah. I mean, he's been alive for a long time. He better know his body.
That is genius, lacing those things with wisteria.
I feel like the Hashira haven't done a good job of sharing secrets.
With who?
Each other.
They're
Like
all
you-
off on their own missions.
I know, but you just think that as they come up with these things that are effective, like they should be used across the board.
Yeah, but everybody has their own flavor. Their own, like, jazz. I don't know why I picked that word,
I
but
guess so.
she honestly, wow. Why did it have to stop there? I'm not okay. Did he die? But they have to be chopped, their heads have to be chopped off at the same time.
I mean, I think it's more not instantaneously at the same time, but they have to be beheaded.
At the same time.
Yeah. So like you gotta cut his head off and like roll it down the street, so he's gotta chase
Like,
after it,
kick
and then
it.
you can.
Do an ultrasonic kick out of the atmosphere. That shield he made I can't even talk, I'm so flustered. Did Uzui dive through his blood sickle shield?
No. The shield went down, but some of the arrows were still coming, and he sacrificed getting cut by the arrows to get after the demon. That's
So
what I
how
think happened.
did they get through the shield?
It wasn't a shield. He was just swinging his sword so fast to deflect most of them, and some of them got through.
It just looked like it was like a little
Yeah.
dome.
Yeah.
Okay.
At
I
least
took
that's
that
my
literally.
interpretation of it.
Nice.
I think you had two questions.
I have
for
two
me.
questions for Adam.
Hit me.
Number one, where is this unicorn horn coming from? We're going back, way back in the episode here.
Well, so I thought of that because Nezuko is obviously unique, and unicorn, they have one horn, and that is also a word for being unique or different generally.
Correct.
So that's what made me think of unicorn. She had
I
one.
literally have been saying the word unicorn horn for the last 3 episodes.
Okay.
Did you forget?
I totally forgot.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's why I was so confused, because the moment in episode 13 where the horn came out of her head, you said, "Oh look, a rhinoceros horn," and I said, "I think it looks like a unicorn horn," and you were like, "Oh, that's better."
Yeah, it was better. I just forgot.
Okay, so that explains that one. And then, wow, simple explanation. And
Usually
then,
it's the way it goes.
What made you think that the master was a sun breather when you saw him? Like,
So-
why did you ask me that?
So, when Rengoku's dad looked at the marks on Tanjiro's face, he immediately knew that that was a sun-breathing mark. And the mark on the master's face reminded me of that. I don't know if they have to be identical, but it was just, that's just what came to my mind. I don't know if that's accurate or not, but.
I mean, the two definitely look different. I don't know if that matters at all. But, okay, I was confused. I was like, you just pulled that out of nowhere. Like, what is happening?
That's exactly what popped into my head when I said it. I was like, oh, they're linked through this in some way, shape, or form.
Okay. We were told that we should watch the Taisho Secret together, because usually we watch the Taisho Secrets off camera, but we were told we should probably record this one. So here we go.
煉獄、お前ならどう戦う？俺はお前のようにはできないかもしれない。俺だってお前のようにできはしない。煉獄、お前の剣技は美しい。妻はちょっと多すぎるがな。かまど少年を、黄色い少年を、井の頭少年を頼んだぞ、うずい。
Were they boys?
手に任せておけや。次回第9話、上限の鬼を倒したら。
I almost cried.
He gets a few points in my book if they're buddies. If Rengoku liked him, I like him more.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, every Hashira has their own flavor, their own style, and so, like, of course their approach wouldn't be the same, but I think it was so beautiful that he asked him.
Yeah. There's definitely a level of respect there.
I hope they were friends.
Me too.
I hope they're friends. Also, this was overlooked. We were like, in the moment, but like one of the Hashira became a Hashira 2 months
Yeah.
into his Demon Slayer journey.
I got the impression that was Gyu.
No. I think there was another one that looked like him.
Okay.
I'm probably wrong, because I'm always wrong. But I'm pretty sure there was one who looked... There was the snake one, and then I think that guy was really quiet, the prodigy.
Yeah, okay.
But it was a while ago.
What a great episode. Loved it. So much fun.
I can't even tell you how much I need Tanjiro's chop to be successful. I can't handle this. I'm still doing my recovery breathing over here. And I'm like, obviously he is powering Daki, so as soon as his head gets chopped off, her power is gonna go way down, and then Inosuke and Zenitsu can jump in and finish her off.
Let's see
I
it.
need this to happen. Don't tell me if that's what's gonna happen, but I need to hold on to this until I watch the next episode. So definitely let us know your thoughts. How many of you are going to be Gyutaro for Halloween or have been Gyutaro for Halloween? Because I think that would be the most terrifying costume ever. Adam's like, you're disturbing me. So yes, be sure to comment below. And as always, we'd be so excited if you would like this video, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for what I'm hoping is Gyutaro's demise next week. Thanks, guys.